Buonasera. Purtroppo si era aggiornato OBS, quindi non mi aveva preso il microfono. Salve. Salvia a tutti. Salvi a tutti. Scusate il ritardo, ma purtroppo mi sono addormentato e ho cenato. Sì. eh, mm. Capisco perché certe persone che conosco, nessuno in particolare in questa chat, mettono la sveglia alle 11. Capisco perfettamente perché adesso. 11:45, scusa. Chiedo venia. Ritiro quello che ho detto. Nessuno qua dorme più del dovuto. Ah, ah. Nessuno si potrà essere risentito del ritardo perché se si risente può andare effettivamente a fanculo, veramente tantissimo. E quindi sì, e che credo tra l'altro che si sia sfanculo. Lo dissi, ecco, esatto. Lo disse anche lui, lo dico anch'io. Grazie, grazie Salo, suppongo. Senza il cuore viola non so. Ehm, mm, mm. Oggi Fillo... Sì, è Salo, perfetto. Oggi Fillo mi ha mandato una foto con con l'overlay completo per Dune e io sono estremamente felice di quello che è uscito fuori. Ringrazio tantissimo Fillo. E poi sappiate che probabilmente useremo Foundry. È un po' particolare però, come ho visto come è impostato su Foundry. Quindi ragazzi dobbiamo quindi martedì prossimo dobbiamo incontrarci mezz'oretta prima per fare tutti i test su Foundry, perché almeno capiamo come funziona su Foundry, perché è un po' più caotico, almeno a me sembrava un po' meno intuitivo del dovuto. Eh, no, lo so, intendo il funzionamento del sistema Dune su Foundry, perché da quel che mi ha mandato la foto è un pochettino, un po', insomma, non dico che è una cagata, nel senso è un pochettino più caotico visivamente. E io mi ha mandato la foto, credo di aver capito, però vorrei provarlo prima, un pochettino prima, per fare almeno un test, più che altro. Sì. Che titolo ho messo nella live? Non mi viene in mente. Ah, ok, va bene, un titolo casuale. Perfetto. Si vede che non mi ricordo che ho il cervello da un'altra parte oggi. Ciro, dove sei? Perfetto. Come normale? Cosa? Non ho capito. Ah, come sempre. Ah, beh, sì, il mio cervello è sempre. Realmente non ho mai capito perché non riesco a mantenere la concentrazione per più di tanto. Dire che sono testato non dovrei avere problemi di nessun tipo dal punto di vista di quelle cose lì. Semplicemente sono sempre mezzo distratto. Poi oggi mi sento molto rincoglionito, quindi potrei essere un pochettino meno reattivo. E giocare Elden Ring non aiuta perché il sistema di combattimento è diverso, quindi sarà divertente.
But finding me proved no simple task. For having fallen afoul of Novigrad's underworld bosses, I'd disappeared. Yet Geralt soon discovered my whereabouts, a cell in the dungeon of the Temple Guard. With the help of our friends, Geralt managed to free me. Good thing, too, for indeed I knew what had happened to Ciri. Sadly, she was no longer in Novigrad. Pursued by bandits, then cornered by the Temple Guard, she had disappeared in a flash of light and a gust of heat. Where to? This I did not know.
Ah sì, mi sono ricordato cosa c'è oggi. Cosa facciamo oggi? La missione secondaria di chi ha malmenato Priscilla. Che non so se vi ricordate dall'ultima volta. Credo Salo no, perché non c'era. Per l'ultima volta siamo tornati a Novigrad e a quanto pare Priscilla è stata malmenata da gente. Scilla è la fidanzata di della, comunque. Fede, te lo chiedo, alla fine hai provato My Time of Portia? Perché io l'avevo provato, ci avevo giocato. Però non so se te ci hai giocato adesso. Consiglio perché... Allora, mi fermo un attimo. Io l'ho provato tempo fa, quando lo davano... Quando, se non sbaglio, non mi ricordo dov'è che lo davano gratis. Credo dell'Epic Games, però era ancora all'inizio. Vabbè. D'altro, in questo periodo sì, in questo periodo è normale essere attaccato molto alle news. Io non lo faccio per il semplice fatto che non ci riesco. Ho un'ansia pazzesca ogni volta che si sente parlare al telegiornale di certe cose, quindi tendo a non farlo. Mi informo con video riassunto su YouTube. Faccio un po' prima. Però sì, insomma, quel gioco l'ho provato. Ho scoperto che non sono... Quei giochi lì non sono più il mio... Non sono più nelle mie corde come una volta, però è carino. No, tanto per chiedere, perché... Perché appunto, il genere può piacere, ma magari il gioco in sé può avere delle differenze. No, non è lo stesso no, non è la stessa cosa di informarsi in modo alternativo. Letteralmente guardo i video di Gio Pizzi. Lui può essere di parte quanto vi pare, però se quelli in cui fai i resoconti sembra abbastanza tranquillo. Quindi non mi... no, è la parte è la parte di quelli che prenderebbero in giro... Che prendono in giro tipo Salvini, quelle cose lì. Quindi quella giusta, direbbe qualcuno. Manteniamo però la politicità di tutto questo in certi ambiti, però sì. No, più che altro è... Mi sta simpatico. Il punto è che spesso e volentieri si lascia andare... spesso e volentieri non è considerato molto... Esatto, non opinioni del canale. Il canale in sé è completamente apolitico. Sono opinioni personali. Facendo una fatica pazzesca contro sta Oh. Ok. Che fatica però. Comunque sì, più che altro... in generale non sono una persona che guarda molti telegiornali, anche perché... Spesso e volentieri i telegiornali che mi becco sempre in TV sono quelli in cui riportano tipo notizie del cazzo, quindi tipo le tipiche notizie alla studio aperto in cui dicono ai vecchi di non uscire nelle ore più calde d'estate, quelle cose lì, di portarsi le bottigliette d'acqua.
Lost it. I kill one, another takes its place.
I know how you feel, believe me. Where to now? Up?
Yes, it's not far now.
Priscilla, How's it look? Give it to me straight, no sugarcoating.
Her wounds will heal, but it's her voice that concerns me.
Cazzo.
Surely you understand what a terrible blow that would be to a Troberet. Enough to strip her of the will to live.
Any remedy for that?
I fear only your friend Dandelion can be of help on that count.
Ci può stare. Anch'io tendenzialmente mi isolo abbastanza, semplicemente mi isolo tendenzialmente nelle notizie italiane. Spesso e volentieri sono un po' barzellette certe cose che succedono qua in Italia, e un po' quindi mi dico, ok, non ne vale la pena, per favore. Più che altro ogni volta che sento nominare certe persone mi dicono, oddio, cosa hanno fatto stavolta. Questo è il massimo di cose.
Take the ladder.
Comunque, ricordiamo quello che è successo. La fidanzata di Dandelion è stata attaccata da qualcuno. A quanto pare, spero è sopravvissuta. Qualcun altro è stato attaccato allo stesso modo e non è sopravvissuto. Ci stiamo addentrando in un obitorio per fare un'autopsia.
This is the place. Come, the quicker we take care of this, the better.
Why? Got somewhere to be?
Someone might disturb us. The coroner, for example. Or Reverend Nathaniel Pastodi. Very well. We seek the corpse of a dwarven woodcarver.
Human. Wrong body type. Let's keep looking.
Questo? Ah no, questo non è uno.
Looks like necrophage has got to this one.
Sì, è un obitorio. In teoria. Senza in teoria, è proprio un obitorio. Ah, eccolo qui. È un obitorio medievale, Fede. Non credo che ci stessero molto attenti a quello che fanno.
Calluses on the fingers, sawdust in the beard, clothes sticky with sap. Must be our dwarf.
Excellent. I trust you don't grow weak in the knees at the sight of blood.
Not a bit. Start the autopsy.
Where?
Ok. Qua giochiamo a un gioco strano. Qua c'è una scelta che è diversa dalle altre. Potete indicarmela, ragazzi? La scelta la scelta che farà sembrare Geralt molto strano. Sì, la Fede ha capito. Anche Salo probabilmente ha capito. Tutti hanno capito. Non è particolarmente... No, però credo che sia stata messa lì apposta per far sembrare Geralt strano. Lo facciamo una per una tutte, vediamo come va.
Let's look at his head. Hair smells like it's burnt, like he was in a fire.
Notice anything else? That his eyes have been scooped out, for instance?
Those burn marks I see in his eye sockets.
Yes. And some grey dust. Ash, it seems. Very fine.
Murderer gouged out his eyes,
Ah beh, vero,
then
che l'hai
put
già
burning
giocato.
coals in the sockets.
So it seems. Looking at the wounds, it appears our woodcarver was still alive when it happened.
Ah, gli hanno cavato gli occhi mentre era ancora vivo. Porca vacca.
Let's examine the mouth. Burns, blisters.
Just like Priscilla's.
Abbiamo provato a far bere dell'acido, come a Priscilla per l'appunto.
See this? Incision made into the voice box.
Indeed, so thin as to be nearly unnoticeable.
A small, extremely sharp instrument. Scalpel.
But why? The wound is too small to bleed, and there are signs of swelling. The murderer... I believe he performed a tracheotomy, so the victim wouldn't die too soon.
Wow, la tracheotomia, se non sbaglio, è quella per permettere a una persona... Credo che sia voice box, credo che sia tipo il termine scazzato, cioè il termine un po' così. Più che altro, madonna, una tracheotomia è crudele come cosa, perché... nel senso, farla per mantenere in vita una persona che si sta torturando. Se non sbaglio è quella che serve per... tipo creare un altro passaggio per l'aria, se non sbaglio. Quindi per permettere una respirazione maggiore, ma per tenerlo in vita di più, per continuare a torturarlo, è terribile. Proprio è orribile.
Let's examine his torso.
What have we here? Deep wound on the left side of his rib cage. and a scar the length of his stomach.
Madonna.
Let's examine the chest wound. Yeah, heart carved out, wound cauterized.
Wait a minute, there's something else.
Metti i guanti, per l'amor di Dio.
An egg from an amphibian. A salamander? Scorched but intact.
I attended some lectures in herpetology as a student. Afraid I don't recall any amphibians that would lay eggs in corpses. So either Professor Cochrane was deeply mistaken, or this is our murderer's doing.
Che orrore, Madonna.
Look at the scar. Wounds long and thin, an incision. But the edges are ragged.
Means nothing. Look, no swelling, no bruises. An old injury, perhaps an accident in the workplace.
Open the abdominal cavity.
Due warning, it will stink of rot.
Once fought a Zoogle up to my waist in sewage, so I doubt... Wait. Smells not rot.
Formaldehyde. A medical novelty. Heavily diluted, it's remarkable at preserving organic tissue. In stronger proportions, it's more destructive than acid.
Explains why there's no smell of decay, and why his throat's scalded.
Madonna. Gli ha fatto praticamente bere un composto da imbalsamazione? È orribile. Cristo. Mani.
Look at his hands. These welts. Rope burns, right? He was tied up.
I'd expect so. No one could sit through such torture unless bound.
Oh, don't
Speaking
suss
from
me.
experience.
Yes, that of a victim. Spent a year in the dungeons of Tretogor. Long story.
Some other time, maybe. See the callus? Our dwarf wore a ring, but someone took it off him.
Wow. Ok.
See anything interesting on his legs?
His right foot. The ankle swollen, toenails broken. He clearly kicked something very hard. Right before he kicked the bucket.
Doesn't strike me as the right time for jokes.
Apologies. We surgeons, we've a different sensibility.
Mm-hmm. And a different sense of humor.
Understandable. Ok, rimane solo una scelta. Io le evito, perché so cosa succede. Dopo se che Geralt sembra un weirdo. Più che altro, non credo. Potrebbe essere stato vittima anche di una cosa... Cioè, chiaramente qualcuno gli ha fatto... Ciao, Fillo.
Alright, think I know enough.
Enlighten me, please, because I've still no notion what this is about. What the motive might have been.
Sure of one thing. This was punishment.
Even the witch hunters don't engage in this kind of torture. What sin could possibly merit it?
Only the murderer knows that. And it's the key to finding him. Or her. It's a lead worth following. Any idea what his name was?
Fabian Meyer.
Oddio.
And I'm Hubert Reich.
For them, esatto.
I've come to perform the autopsy, but I see you've done it for me, Joachim. As always, you interfere where you're neither needed nor wanted. Drag others into trouble in the process. Who is this?
A student. Lifelong learner. Got a couple questions for you.
Very well, speak. But be quick. Reverend Nathaniel has come by for an inspection. He'll be here shortly.
Ricordiamo, se nominano un reverendo a Novigrad è probabile che sia una persona non particolarmente simpatica.
You old friends?
Hubert taught me the rudiments of medicine. Long ago.
And not very well. You've still not mastered certain basic principles. For example, that a doctor's role is to treat the ill, not save the world.
You've not changed a bit.
A compliment?
No, a statement of fact. 30 years, and you've not changed a bit.
No, il punto è che, oh, guarda, quello lì è giovane più del suo studente. In 30 anni non è cambiato di una virgola. Si è imbalsamato anche lui, cioè lavora in un obitorio, però madonna.
Woodcarver's body. Where was it found? It's important.
Plan to investigate? Exciting. He died in his workshop south of the market square, just beside the gate to Far Corners. That poor Trebirates was attacked there. City's abuzz about it. But the woodcarver, Eustace the corpse collector, brought us the body. You should speak to him. Saw him just around the corner near... Oh, greetings, your reverence.
Who are these people? I believe I made it clear no one's to be allowed in under any circumstances.
You did, but they're friends of the deceased. Here to collect the body.
Out of the question. Show them out at once.
As your reverence wishes. Gentlemen, follow me. You shall leave via another route.
Siamo entrati nel metodo più scomodo, potevamo letteralmente bussare e
Why'd
farci...
you cover for us?
I was covering my own arse. If Reverend Nathaniel had learned someone had entered the morgue, then cut open a corpse without his permission, I'd be in deep trouble. But you didn't give that a thought, did you, Joachim? As ever. Well, while I don't approve of your willfulness, I also wish to see this murderer hang. So, should I learn anything new related to this
Comunque mi
case?
piace questa divisa da medico che hanno, proprio basica.
Thank you.
C'è anche il lanternino appeso addosso, carino, non sembra male.
Nathaniel. Who is he?
A scoundrel, a rogue, like every man who wears the robes of the eternal fire.
Most are scoundrels before they ever put on the robes.
True in his case as well. Before he donned the frock, Nathaniel was a torturer, delighted especially in torturing women.
Ah.
Later, Hierarch Hemmelfart appointed him to oversee the morgue. He deals with the temple guard, supervises cremations, conducts funeral masses in the temple on the Isle, and so forth.
Dream job. Might have told me you know the coroner. We could have skipped the trip through the sewers.
I know him, thus I avoid him. I've said enough on the subject.
Deciderò io a riguardo, perché mi sembrava...
I decide when we're done with the subject. What's your connection to him?
An old story, but if you insist... The student protests in 1242, you've heard of them? I led them. Hubert, however, denounced me to the authorities. I landed in prison. There you have it.
Ah,
What will you do now?
Plenty of leads. Woodcarver's workshop, the corpse collector who found him, alley where Priscilla was attacked. Got work to do.
As do I. At the hospital. I must return there. But I shall keep my fingers crossed.
And I'll keep my eye on you.
le rivolte studentesche. Madonna, come nel 68.
And just look at the freak.
E qua che sono ancora in giro. Mi fa ridere che ci siano ancora in giro i tizi della, di Orson Jr. quando, beh, è morto. Fedeltà per l'ex capo, però mi sembra un po' strano.
No bread, no coin, all is shite.
Oh! Miny, miny, catch a witcher by the toe. If he sees you, you can't run away and don't be slow.
Got a problem?
Hey, handsome.
A brazier. This time of year?
Dove va?
Sis. That him.
Ricordate che dicono cittadini che la luce e il fuoco eterno sconfigge le tenebre, svela le menzogne e mostra al mondo l'anima indegna e corrotta. Nemmeno i mutaforma possono sfuggire alla... Madonna. Perché ricordo, Priscilla ha fatto la... come si chiama? La commedia del mutaforma.
How am I to know? Watch him, see what he does.
That's it, you're in for it.
Prendi in giro.
Now left! Left!
Together now! Kill the horse then! Cover your eyes!
What? Lost your nerve?
You're carrion!
Ho capito. Mi sembra strano che... Bonk.
You're carrion! Fucking come on!
Come on, come closer.
Cover your eyes! Son of a whore!
Credo di aver capito perché picchiano. Credo che mi abbiano scambiato per per il possibile...
That's him! Gotta get around him!
rotto le...
Cover your eyes! Son of a whore! Take him to the back! Together!
Mistake.
Kill the horse then! Son of a whore!
Ecco.
Think you'll gut me too, huh? Up your ass, deviant! Hoes can fight back!
Calm down, I'm not gonna hurt you. What are you doing here?
Getting vengeance. Well, why are you staring? Have you not heard killers always return to the scene of their crime? Me and my brothers are waiting here to give him a warm welcome.
Ecco.
For Priscilla. Almost did her in, the whole son.
I know. Here to look for clues and find anyone who might know something.
Fear I can't help you much. But I can tell you what I know.
You and Priscilla friends?
Friends? Nah. But she saw more than a stupid whore in me. Treated me with respect. It mattered. I was looking to give up whoring. Pick up a decent trade. But none would take me. Not as a washerwoman, nor a servant, nor a cook. Felt like a leper, I did. But Priscilla, she was different. Agreed to put me in her play, you see. Lots of the other actors, they were afraid on account of her jesting about the eternal fire. Whistling Wendy on stage, can you imagine it? Well, dream's gone now. I'm back to working street corners.
Sorry to hear that.
You could do worse as work goes. Or so I tell myself.
Priscilla wasn't the sole victim. You aware of that?
Oh, dearie. Course I was. This didn't start yesterday. Others have died like this before. Beggars, street girls, orphans. But who'd have a drama concern about them? Human rubbish. It's what the guards call us.
Recall any names?
They didn't have proper ones. Baldy, curly, buns. That's what folk called them. No friends, no families. Their bodies were burned long ago.
Cacchio.
Take care now. I gotta look around some more. Appreciate it if you didn't disturb me.
Naturally, we'll stand aside, behave. But do tell us if you find anything else here.
Certo, ho dovuto malmenare gente.
What for? My head's ringing.
I know that smell. Formaldehyde. Human.
Giustamente.
Priscilla's.
Salon, don't worry. Qualcos'altro? Oh,
Man's footprint. The murderer's maybe. Weight on his heel. Took a step back.
no, non era un buy, Fede. Credo che fosse una cosa del tipo sono passato dal computer al telefono.
So, what is it?
Pensavo sapesse qualcosa di più.
Take care now.
Mi dispiace.
And I got a murderer to catch.
Andiamo prima a parlare con il becchino. Facciamo prima. Comunque, tra l'altro, credo che questa sia una di quelle missioni rare in cui non si vedono i risultati se non ore dopo. Ore di gioco dopo. Flying Pig. Ah beh, ok, quindi sì. Vai, technically. Buon riposo, Salo, che...
Hide the wenches! Witches coming! Bloody bandits! Can't go out in the streets!
Cosa cazzo? Madonna!
You Eustace, the corpse collector?
Aye? How'd you know?
Fourth sense, I think it is. You bring Fabian Meyer's body to the morgue?
Fabian. Oh, yeah, I remember. No eyes, no heart, one of them, right? No purse neither, as I recall.
One of them? So there have been other bodies like that?
Sure have. Beggars, street urchins, and street walkers. One went so portly, I had to cut her into pieces to fit her in me wheelbarrow. Slippery sow, they called her, on account of her.
Some things are best left unsaid. What happened to the pieces?
What do you mean? Reverend Nathaniel ordered them burned. Every last one. Oh, shame that was.
Shame? Why? Actually,
No,
never
no,
mind.
non voglio
Another
saperlo.
thing
Non
that's
voglio
best left
saperlo.
unsaid. You search Fabian's body?
Well, I cast an eye in his pockets. Made sure nothing went to waste.
I call a spade a spade. You rob corpses.
And I call a prick a prick. It's none of your fucking concern. What, you a tax collector? Piss off, mutant.
I'd advise you not to anger me, or you'll get an inside tour of the crematory.
Touch me, the guys will be hiding your ass for you count of three.
To save a little shit like you? Doubt it.
They's clever lads, more cleverer than you. They know Eustace, know they want me on their side, 'cause you'll all die one day, and then I'll decide where your body winds up. A grave, the crematorium, or elsewhere.
Huh.
That hard up for coin? Fine, have some. Now talk. What did you find on him?
Triflings, baubles, gloss-beaded ring, handful of coins, and a letter. Look, vellum, quality parchment that. I'll wipe off the writing and sell it as new.
That's human skin. Priscilla. Next victim's name. If you'd given this to the right person, she might not have been hurt.
What the fuck do I care what happens to some Priscilla? We short of wenches in this town.
Oh, non dovevi dirlo. Non dovevi dirlo.
Oi, fucking hell, what was that for?
For everything.
Perché non lo puoi chi ancora un po' e non ti riprendi 200 monete d'oro indietro?
Sold off. Don't know nothing else.
Non posso. Va bene, peccato. Porca vacca! Ho 7 monete d'oro. Questa investigazione mi sta costando soldi. Non mi riprenderò mai economicamente da questo. Comunque sospetto che Nathaniel, il prete...
Oi, Witcher! Coroner wants to see you. Been another victim. Told me to say the main door will be open for you. You're to come as soon as you can.
Un'altra vittima, cazzo. No. Oh, Dio mio. Andiamo prima dal medico legale.
Got so fucked up once, blood came out the ears.
Un'altra lettera di quelle. Il cittadino preoccupato deve centrare c'entra sicuramente con cioè, c'entra sicuramente con la nuova vittima quello. Porca vacca.
Geralt, right? I'm glad you're here. Held off on the autopsy till you arrived.
Nice of you, especially given you didn't seem pleased about my previous visit.
Because you came unannounced and in unfortunate company. I also had Reverend Nathaniel to contend with. Our spiritual caretaker has left the city on some important matter, and I know who you are, what drives you. I'm more than happy to aid your investigation.
Ok, si sta un po' ristabilendo al...
Von Grad's told me all about you.
Ah. Doubtless you've heard how I had the noble leader of the student protesters thrown in prison. But did you hear the protests were far from peaceful? Or did he neglect to mention it? People were dying, Witcher. Those who rejected liberty, equality, and fraternity would be found in the gutter come morning. Their throats slit from ear to ear with surgical precision. Joachim had been my favorite student, but alas, I had to do something. So I reported him. Then I left the university and found work in the morgue, where none care about my past. Whereas Joachim, oh, fate's ironies. Years later, he was appointed head of the very ward I had founded.
How old's Von Grad's? 50? 60?
53, I believe. Why do you ask?
You look a little young to have been his teacher.
Not surprising. For years, I've lived in the cold and dark, breathing the vapors of embalming fluids. In short, working with corpses extends one's life. Amusing, is it not?
Who's the victim this time?
Joris Aquinas, a lecturer in theology at Oxenfurt Academy. Found this morning at his home on a catafalque made of his books.
Any titles in particular?
It seems all the tomes dealt with the eternal fire. Treatises critical of the faith's doctrines.
Sì.
Yeah, mortal sin in Novigrad.
La vittima nuova era uno studioso di teologia che criticava la religione. Sì, è punizione per... è un fanatico, chiaramente,
Not fond of Nathaniel?
Very few people are. He's cruel and capricious. He stormed in here once, grabbed a scalpel I was sterilizing over a burner, sliced my back with it to the bone, because I had forgotten to lock the storeroom.
Sì, è
Hard to be
Nathaniel.
fond of someone like that, wouldn't you agree?
E chiaramente questo Nathaniel. Ci
Let's
scommetterei.
start.
Gladly. The wounds conform to the killer's modus operandi. The victim was bound and forced to drink formaldehyde. Next, the killer removed the eyes, placed burning coals in the sockets, then opened the rib cage and... What's this? A parchment made of human skin.
A message from the murderer. The name of his next victim. Patricia Vegelbud.
Gods, he knows no bounds. To attack Lady Vegelbud, heiress of such a prominent family.
Where is she? Tell me.
She resides in an estate beyond the city, north of Oxenfurt.
Gotta find her, now.
Cacchio.
Till next time, Mark. What is it, Grey Boy? Looking for adventure?
Sì, per carità, meno stronzo, però... È chiaro che c'entra qualcuno che lavora lì all'obitorio, perché... Formaldeide. E visto che Nathaniel, il prete legato all'obitorio, è... appunto legato all'obitorio, era famoso per essere violento, non mi meraviglierebbe fosse lui.
I serve the eternal fire.
Eravamo già stati, perfetto. Qui ci sono indagazioni.
What do you want?
Need to talk to Patricia Vegelbud.
You think any bum off the street can...
Her life's in danger. Let me in or have her blood on your hands.
If you thought this up, and I'll let you in, they'll throw my ass out the door.
Always thought a guard was supposed to protect his charge, not his ass.
So be it. I'll take you to Lady Vegelbud. Just no trickery. Understand?
Yes, good fellow? If it's work you seek.
Don't know that I'm all that good. Name's Geralt. Looking for Patricia Vegelbud. Her life's in danger.
In danger? Come now. I saw Mother this morning. She seemed sad, true, but in perfect health.
I'm hunting a serial killer, and I've got reason to believe your mother will be his next victim.
Why, even if it's true, our guards.
He's exceptionally cruel when he kills, tortures his victims, cuts out their hearts. So let's see how she is, just in case.
I find this all very hard to believe, but you appear to be quite serious. Please, follow me.
Effettivamente è poco credibile se detta così.
A
Però
fire fit for Bellatane, except it's the wrong time of year.
I mentioned Mother seemed sad. Do you remember? In fact, she's in the midst of a crisis of faith. A rather serious one. We'd been to Novigrad. Mother had seen the pyres in Hierarch Square, uttered not a word on our way home. She had all the holy books, insignias, reliquaries gathered, taken outside and burnt. Then she locked herself in her room.
We need to hurry.
ok, è abbastanza chiaro. C'entra sempre la religione. Quindi ragazzi, preparatevi. Sicuramente è...
Hear that? Calm and quiet. All seems to be in order.
We should go in, just to be sure.
You're relentless, aren't you? Fine. But wait here, please. Mother's certainly not in the mood for guests.
3 2 Eccolo.
He ran out the other door! Catch him!
Show me what you got.
Oh, vaffanculo, i cani.
Spread out! Murderer's still here! There he is! Get him!
Mi prende in giro! Oh mio Dio! Avete preso l'uomo sbagliato, stronzi!
Die, mutants! I'll break your bones!
Ah. Come on. Non hanno capito un cazzo ste guardie.
Halt! For I put a bolt between your eyes!
Listen, you got the wrong guy.
Save your trickery, taking you to the heiress.
Well, killer's already escaped. Lead the way, hero.
No, mi attaccavano loro. Quello è il punto.
We got him, Lady Ingrid. Wasn't easy, but...
Lower that crossbow before you hurt yourself. This man is innocent.
Forgive me. I saw him running. Thought it was the killer fleeing.
I was chasing him, and I'd have caught him if you hadn't gotten in my way.
Out of my sight, at once! Mother! Why did he do this to her? Why?
Because she blasphemed the eternal fire. Only thing that ties her to the other victims. Ingrid, I know this is a hard time for you, but usually the killer leaves a note on the body. A note indicating his next victim. May I?
Very well. But you should be on your own. I do not wish to see her in this state. I do not wish to remember her like that. And let her be the last victim. Please.
È un po' strano.
Bruises, broken fingernails. She defended herself. Must be why it took him longer, and why he almost got caught. Here it is. Sweet Nettie, crippled Kate's. Growing bolder, not just the name but the place too. Won't get away this time.
E di? Ah, episodio. Ok. The next one. Next. Io non l'ho guardata Hannibal, quindi purtroppo non so. Però so che appunto serial killer. E poi vabbè c'è Mads Mikkelsen, quindi ovviamente sarebbe una serie da guardare. Se non fosse che sono in arretrato con un sacco di serie TV, quindi... Ok. Un altro. Ragazzi, è inquietante, trovo sempre delle lettere in giro. Ciao Joel. Stasera The Witcher, come sempre, ogni mercoledì. Stiamo seguendo un caso di omicidio legato a... Ah, li aiutava a indagare? Madonna. Nonostante sia effettivamente un serial killer anche lui, in teoria. Te lo chiedo così, visto che ne abbiamo parlato. Qual è il migliore...
Sweet Nettie, where is she?
Upstairs. But she's with a very important client. Do not disturb them.
Chiedo, preferisci la versione di Hannibal di Anthony Hopkins o quella di Mads Mikkelsen? Non dal punto di vista di...
This life, sometimes it's a handful.
Cacchio. Anthony Hopkins.
Oh, easy.
Ovviamente, cioè...
No one will hear you, bitch. Not a soul.
You, though? Whole town will hear you in a minute.
Yet again you disturb me, and I so dislike being disturbed. I was to play with sweet Nettie, render her not so sweet, but I shall see to you first.
First, gotta tell me why you do it.
For pleasure. Satisfaction.
Achievable with whores in a lot of ways, many traditional. Doesn't take killing them, trust me.
Who said anything about killing? I could stop at a few burns. 3rd degree, but still. This rosy skin will roast quite well.
È Nathaniel.
Spare me your lies. I've seen your victims. I know how they end. You don't stop. Not unless someone gets in your way. Like I'm doing now.
What the fuck are you on about?
Murder. You killed Fabian Meyer, Patricia Vegelbud, and many others.
Bollocks. You're mistaken, vagrant.
Found a message on Patricia's body. Led me here to crippled Kate's. To sweet Nettie. If you didn't leave it, who did?
I don't know. But I see we must talk. Calmly.
Who knew you'd be here?
Strangely enough, I don't announce these outings far and wide. There's but one man who... That's impossible. He treats even corpses with kid gloves.
The coroner. Said you were busy, that you wouldn't visit the morgue. Gotta go after him.
Go. But to Warehouse 12 at the docks. He's there this time of day, procuring supplies. Formaldehyde.
Oh, cazzo.
I shall stay here. I've unfinished business with sweet Nettie. After all, I paid in advance.
Then you'll pay again. For her, for all the other women you've tortured.
Dai. Porca vacca! Posso usare l'arma, la tiziatoio come arma?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. If not for you.
Signorina, si rivesta e...
He asked if I did
Sì.
everything and I said, for the right price, of course. And then he smiled.
Se fosse real life.
Oh, God, it
Ma,
gave me
ma Geralt riesce a deviare i colpi a mezz'aria mentre sferra un colpo, è un mago
I was
praticamente.
bound when I came to. And he was here in the poker, in the fire.
Calm down. He won't hurt you anymore. He won't hurt anyone.
Ok, quindi siamo arrivati alla... Quindi era il coroner. E meno male che sembrava simpatico. Cazzo. Come si esce da questo punto? Di qua.
No discounts, no
Wanna
credit.
dip your dingle?
E meno male che, che pensavamo che fosse
Or at my place?
migliore di quello che è. Un personaggio un po' decente. Perché mi ha dato di nuovo degli altri pantaloni. Vabbè, non ho capito. Chi l'avrebbe mai detto, eh? Pensavo sarebbe stato Nathaniel personalmente, invece no, guarda un po'.
I've had enough of living.
Sì, esatto. Era lui.
Run out of formaldehyde.
I underestimated you. You almost caught me in flagrante delicto. Now you've seen through my bluff with Nathaniel. Although, you've not divined all, I see. Had you, you would have drawn your silver sword.
What are you?
A vampire. Higher, of course.
Ah. Ecco perché non invecchiava.
Got a reason for killing? A reason to torture?
I thought you'd figure that out as well. The symbolism's rather obvious. Coals for those who are blind to the fire. The egg of a salamander born of fire to replace their cold, doubting hearts. Fire down the throat that...
Yeah, symbolism's clear. What's not is why a vampire would kill in the name of the eternal fire.
should be equally obvious. I concur with the Church's diagnosis. Novigrad is a fallen city. Its population amnesiacs to the very concepts of decency and morality. So I decided to remind them. in a manner they'd be certain to notice.
Ah.
You're a sick fuck.
I never expected you to understand. You're a cynic and an
Well,
opportunist. I sensed it from the
sai
start.
qual è il problema? I vampiri
well,
superiori
this
sono
conversation has grown unpleasant
immortali,
for both
in teoria.
parties. We must move to the next item on the agenda. I last fought a Witcher 2 centuries ago. I do hope I remember how it's done.
And you? Have you faced
No,
one
dai.
of us? No, you couldn't have. You would have survived.
È orribile. Ed è anche difficile che io riesca a batterlo. Damn you, ugly. Però il punto è che lui non credo che sia un vampiro superiore per davvero. Questo lo spiegherò dopo la boss fight però, perché è abbastanza complicato. Piantala di correre. Non so se si nota che il volto fondamentalmente è quello di un pipistrello. Porca vacca. Ah beh. Una spada. Comunque. Spiego quello che intendevo. Quello che dicevo. In teoria lui non è un vero vampiro superiore. Perché i vampiri superiori sono altri. Sono una specie di vampiro che non può essere ucciso se non da altri vampiri superiori per una loro composizione biologica. Questo non è un vampiro superiore. Non so cosa sia, ma non è un vampiro superiore. Spada fa schifo. Aspetta, quella che ho già. Per avere ambienti ben illuminati. No, se no si sconfigge lo scopo stesso di certi giochi. Tanto salviamo dopo questa boss fight incredibile. Comunque era un vampiro che si era innamorato di un concetto umano come quello di una religione. Però mi sembra una presa in giro a me, una stronzata, perché... Ragazzi... Ah, ok. No, io da quel punto di vista non ho molti problemi, perché sono abituato a giocare a giochi bui. Io ho giocato per tutta la mia infanzia a Dead Space, cioè è cupo Dead Space. E ovviamente sono abituato. Non ho capito, dopo Red fa anche Elden Ring? No, per sapere. Vorrei più che altro sapere cosa annunciare quando finisco qua. Shit, ok. Non so se risponde adesso. Potete chiederglielo. Tipo. Grazie ragazzi, perché grazie Fede, perché avrei bisogno di questa cosa. Andiamo dal barbiere.
Looking for a barber? Well, you found one. Welcome. I'll plough and shave the gentleman's noggin for half price.
Give me a haircut? As long as your hands aren't too shaky.
Rasatura completa. Niente barba. E così le mie ultime 5 monete se ne sono andate.
So long.
Oh.
Questo è l'ospedale.
How's
better, right?
Yes.
Veretta.
Did you take care of what I asked?
Yeah. The Witcher's way.
Thank you, Geralt. From me and Priscilla.
Non ce n'è bisogno.
Don't mention it. Nothing a friend wouldn't do. She's talking again. Nice surprise.
Isn't it? Professor Von Gratz told me her wounds are healing faster than a troll's. Not the most flattering comparison, but encouraging. Maybe she might even sing again someday.
Ah, tutto è bene quel che finisce
bene.
bene.
Performing as a duo. She'll play the lute, I'll sing. Dandelion and Calinetta. Got a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Switch it.
Sounds great. Good luck, Dandelion. On stage and off.
Io voglio parlare con te, ditelo.
Found and killed the murderer. It was Hubert. You were right not to trust him. He was a higher vampire.
I thought nothing could surprise me in Novigrad. Seems I was wrong. Deeply wrong. Thank you, Geralt. Were it not for you, this would never have ceased.
Che throwback incredibile, Shani.
Know another surgeon from Oxenford Academy. Her name's Shawnee. Know her? Red hair, cropped short, freckles.
And a hopeless idealist. Naturally, I know her. She was my assistant for a year.
Any idea where she is now?
My gut tells me she's somewhere along the front, patching up pikemen. I told her it would be futile. In the time she saved 100 lives, another 1,000 would be lost. But medics with a mission, you can't argue with them.
Ok, facciamo un po' di lore dump grazie a lui. Chiediamo. Quindi.
Why is the university in Oxenford closed?
Because it suits Radovid. You've not heard the story? The rector wished to grant him an honorary doctorate. The faculty disagreed. Nonetheless, Radovid arrived for the ceremony, donned a gown, collected his diploma, and when it was over, imprisoned the deans and the entire academic senate so they wouldn't raise a stink.
Simpatico, insomma.
I've been at Vilmerius Hospital ever since. But perhaps it's for the best. I'm far more adept, scalpel in hand, than I ever was behind a lectern.
Hubert told me about your past. Even more vivid than I'd assumed.
I've not time for riddles, Geralt. Be straight or be gone.
Any truth to his claim that people died during the riots at the university? Died for your cause?
Sono curioso.
I was young and stupid. I thought a better future was worth any price. Even a human life or two.
Comunque ho visto,
Those are
Fede, grazie per
past
aver
sins,
chiesto.
Sins I've atoned for.
Bene.
Farewell.
Dopo questo lore dump incredibile abbiamo finito la missione per Dandelion. Allora, in teoria adesso noi abbiamo una cosa da fare. Tornare. Missioni. Qui. Tornare alle Skellige. Oppure fare altre missioni secondarie. Però direi che torniamo alle Skellige, perché ho bisogno di aria fresca. Alle Skellige c'è molta aria fresca. Passing through, nothing to see here. Grazie. Comunque, appunto, grazie Fede per aver chiesto. Ho 2 monete d'oro. Porca vacca. Ok. Direi che andiamo a... Non torniamo a Firestall perché è pericoloso e dove abbiamo finito in galera.
Told it, there had been a magic explosion in Skellige. Related to Ciri's reappearance, it had destroyed a vast swath of forest. Geralt set out for the Isles to join the sorcerers and seek further clues of Ciri's whereabouts. The druid Ermion, however, had no intention of letting Yennefer examine the woods, so Geralt and Yen sought out Jarl Krakon Crate, who helped break down the druid's resolve.
Caprette! Andiamo con Rutilia che ti amo, quindi... Io in The Witcher e anche in Elden Ring, purtroppo, ho un vizio. Vado a piedi quando non dovrei. Sono strade lunghe chilometri e chilometri e le faccio a piedi. Ci sono i cavalli apposta anche in Elden Ring, eppure... Ah, che bella l'Islanda! Dite che siamo vicini a Padova. Banditi. Dov'è che viene pure la frase è vicino a Padova, l'Islanda? Che non mi ricordo. Mi ricordo che me l'hanno detto, me l'avete detto una volta te, te e la Viola forse, per da dove proveniva, però non mi ricordo bene, perché ho una pessima memoria. Vabbè, ok. Ah, forse era la Viola, quindi. No, però mi ricordo che... Dopo cercherò la frase vicino a Padova, l'Islanda, perché sono curioso. Non so da dove venga. Che bel posto. Uno dei miei piccoli sogni nel cassetto è andare in un paese tipo nordico, tipo Norvegia, quei posti lì. Io sono una persona da freddo, da buio, da inverno. Ah, una missione secondaria. Quanto? Cosa sono? Cosa sono? Credo che siano una sottospecie di Drowner. Porca vacca. I Mucknixer. Brutti. Let's not gang up on me, eh? Va bene. Ah, il tesoro nascosto, eccolo qua. Wow, ok. Ne è valsa la pena, perfetto. Un orso bianco. Magari evitiamo. Non si è alzato, perfetto. Che figata di spada, wow. Che figa. Che bella, madonna. Questa è utile. Possibilità di scatenare. Ecco.
Skeleton's been picked clean, but there's something next to it.
Ma quante missioni secondarie per arrivare là? Ah.
Damn, you're ugly.
Sì. Missioni. Perfetto. 2 me di livello 7, che merda. Ok, è andata bene. Dovrei andare da un fabbro a cercare di ripararla. Però prima andiamo a vedere il tesoro dove ci porta. La X indica il punto. Ecco, sto facendo quello che dicevo prima. Ho il vizio di non usare il cavallo quando ce l'ho a disposizione. Però non ne ho voglia. Poi lo sanno tutti che i cavalli sono persone orribili, quindi non bisogna fidarsi.
Foreigner, watch your step.
Sì, Geralt passione jogging. È più Delu passione jogging, perché più che altro a cavallo non puoi fermarti tanto a guardare in giro. In generale il sistema di guida di The Witcher al cavallo fa un po' cacare, senza metterlo senza mezzi termini. Anzi, fa proprio schifo. Bello che stiamo tornando indietro, quindi ovviamente dovremmo rifarci tutta la strada. Però guardate che bello. Guarda che posto, che frescume, che invernalità. Non credo che esista come parola. Adesso esiste, invernalità. What are you?
The fiend.
Oh, no. Sì. Comprendo, di solito hanno sempre dei problemi a creare gli sistemi di guida dei di controllo dei cavalli nei giochi. Giusto, in Elden Ring ce l'hanno fatta, però io non lo uso, quindi... La X indica il punto. Ah, è uno stemma degli Witcher. Qui. Pantaloni. Belli. Wow. Oh no, non dall'altra parte. Ah. Io credo di avere degli incubi legati invece, se non sbaglio, a i cavalli in Skyrim. Sono terribili. Si guidano male, hanno una... un pessimo sistema di controllo, però... Dimmi che c'ho il sistema... Non ho il trofeo del vampiro? Davvero? Non ho tagliato la testa al vampiro superiore? Questo è figo. Voi sentite l'ambient sound, la musica, anche la musica alle scaliche è bella, altro che la musica gioiosa di Novigrad. Qua è tranquilla, eterea, nordica. Mi piace.
Go, go.
Con i miei, appunto, prima o poi in vacanza in Islanda ci vado, porca vacca, anche soltanto per farmi un giro a Reykjavik.
Ugly bastard.
Potrei fare una battuta su cosa ha appena detto Geralt, ma mi tratterrò. Voglio evitare. Oh no 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 no. Vendria che no. Ah, che schifo. Odio gli insetti. Soprattutto quelli grandi 7 km. Ah, eccoci. Salve.
You're mad, woman!
Please
Mad, I say!
Maybe, but I've got good reason.
I hold Ciri dear too. You know this damn well. But the Mask of Orberus is no trick.
Yes?
Yes?
Can hear you two clear on the other side of the island.
Good. May all Skellige know Jennifer of Vengerberg is a common thief.
Control yourself, Druid. I haven't stolen anything. I've merely borrowed something and fully intend to return it.
Avete rotto il cazzo.
The generosity. Just one small problem. Once used, the mask is rendered completely worthless. Not to mention the risk you'll bury us alive, and all the Isles with us.
Don't exaggerate. It's just...
No, Geralt. This is no just. The myth is that Orberus created the mask when the envious seas swallowed his beloved. Unable to bear the prospect that he would never again see his betrothed, Orberus made the mask, which would allow him to peer into the past. He knew, however, that he could only use it once. So he waited. Waited until his longing grew so strong that it became unbearable.
Vuol dire che l'ha già usata.
When the sea learnt of the mask, it was quick to respond. It made known its threat that whosoever used the mask would bring the sea's wrath down on them.
Yennefer la sta già usando.
The sea would rise and flood all the lands and drown the living.
Qualcuno l'ha mai usata per testare sta leggenda del cazzo? Ve lo chiedo.
So, no one's ever used the mask?
No, but...
So you don't actually know if it works, how it works?
Of course I do. The myths tell me.
You believe the myths?
Only ignorant fools belittle their significance.
Ah.
Besides, it's not the myths that are on trial here. It's the thief.
On the one hand, a theft. On the other, Ciri's life.
I also care deeply for the girl. I proposed a series of other methods. Yennefer refused to listen. She claimed they would take too long. Whereas she needs immediate results. She has always been hot-headed.
True. At least this time she's got a valid reason for it.
Never mind that she might bring...
Ha indossato la maschera.
What was that? No. Jennifer's used the mask. Follow me! We must neutralize the mask! Mute its power!
Comunque sì, benvenuti nella... a Tungusta. Non si chiama Tungusta per davvero. Tungusta è un particolare evento che è avvenuto negli anni 20. È una cosa che è successa. E l'ambientazione sembra... Ah, nice Yennefer. Ah, ma sono Foglet, ma allora... Sono spacciato, sono terribili, i Foglet. In teoria è uno solo. No, sono 2. Sono 2. Grazie, Ian.
Not good. What was that?
Unicorns.
Damn it, Yen. I saw the foglets. I meant how'd they get here.
The power of the mask summoned them.
Ermion says the mask might cause a natural disaster.
Fortunate he's here then. He can jump right in, try to tame it.
Realize he won't let this pass.
Oh, I'll survive, somehow.
What now?
The mask reveals the past, but only in certain places. Places where past events left a strong magical imprint. Take it.
Perché devo usarla io?
Want me to wear it?
Yes. I'll cast a spell that will let me see through your eyes.
Well, let's go.
This way. Already found the first spot.
Ed ecco. Ah, Geralt versione The Mask sarebbe incredibile. Geralt con la faccia verde. Che urla.
This is the spot. Put on the mask.
Any instructions?
Keep it on until you've seen everything. And don't stray far. Telepathy is limited in range.
What's that? A portal?
2 people emerged from it.
The woman was Ciri.
How can you know?
The way she moved, like a witcher. Seems they went that way.
Come, let's find the next spot.
Devo dire che è comodo, eh. Fai strada, sai te dove devi andare. Oddio. Mannaggia vacca. Che ti venissero.
Well, ready? Watch out!
What was that?
A magic explosion of some sort. So powerful that even the echo was dangerous. I wager it destroyed the forest.
But Ciri and her companion weren't harmed. I saw them escape.
Let's see where to.
Era chiaramente, erano...
This is creepy. I don't like it.
Nor do I.
Anyone here when this happened had a slim chance of surviving.
I know what you're thinking. But don't worry. Ciri can take care of herself.
Bello avere una torretta praticamente. Aia! Sta facendo tutto lei. Signorina. Miss Yennefer di Wengerberg. Lei è una kill stealer.
Don the mask.
KS.
Someone chased Ciri. See that? Might have wounded her.
She escaped through another portal.
Know where it led?
Magic residue trail leads to Velen.
Any chance you can figure out where Ciri's companion fled to? His portal's gotta be nearby.
I'll try to find it. Come.
Sta diventando abbastanza caotica tutta sta missione, eh. Oddio.
Come on.
Perché avevo Igni? Oh beh. Comunque dopo questa live mi sa che mi gioco un po' Elden Ring, quindi se dopo volete andare un po', stare un po' su Discord, io ci sono volendo per qualche minuto, per un po'. Non molto, però un po' sì.
Nice fight.
One repelled the other with powerful magic, then fled through a portal.
A mage?
Most likely. It's Ciri's companion and the one who wounded her.
Understandable.
How do you know?
I don't. Making an educated guess. They both appeared in the previous visions.
Ciri's got a powerful ally. The mage who was with Ciri fled too. Know where?
His trace path leads to Velen as well. But the target coordinates of his portal differ from those of Ciri's. The explosion must have disrupted his teleportation.
Ran into Kira Metz in Velen. Coincidence maybe, but she claimed a mage came to her looking for Ciri. Be surprised if it wasn't the same one.
Whoever he is, he grows more interesting by the minute.
Maybe something left of the one who got hit by the spell.
It's clearing up,
Ermion must be getting a handle on the weather.
which means he'll be free to attack us again.
Are you pleased with yourselves?
Oh,
Look
man.
at what you brought down on us. If someone's death were to help you find Ciri, would you start making human sacrifices as well?
Sì.
Just so happens I'm willing to do anything for some people.
Everyone else, everything else be damned, is that it?
Stop
Sì.
panicking! Here's your mask.
It is worthless. It's an unwieldy ashtray at best. I hope you've learned something useful at least.
Very.
I'm talking to Geralt. You I'll deal with later. So,
We think a powerful curse was cast here.
plausible. Considering
Oh,
what
ciao
happened
Simpli.
to the wood.
Ciao
Do you
Simpli.
know upon whom?
Not yet, but we know Ciri was here.
Come va?
She stepped out
Hai
of the
provato
portal.
Elden Ring
The
anche
mage was
tu?
with her. Someone chased them. They fought. Ciri was wounded but managed to escape.
Where
Da quel
to?
che mi hai detto
Velen,
sembrerebbe
probably.
che tu abbia dei problemi
The
a
mage
combattere
opened
il
a
più.
portal for her, then he fought her
Ah beh,
attacker.
perfetto.
Yes?
Io ci torno subito
Is that it?
dopo. Dopo la live ci torno e
Got a
gioco un po'
feeling
da
we found
solo
something
così.
interesting. Just need to examine one more thing.
Went flying in that direction.
Something's pinned under that tree. Can you...
I can.
Wingardium Leviosa. La testa di zucca, madonna. Quello è stato troppo divertente. Affrontarlo è stato troppo divertente, la testa di zucca.
Armor's clean. No blood, no sword nicks. Ciri's friend must have... What do you call it?
Vaporized him.
Exquisite. The armor. Oh, the workmanship's unfamiliar. Can't even tell where it's from.
Probably because it belonged to a rider of the Wild Hunt.
What? So it's true? The Wild Hunt? I feared as much. First here, then on Hindersfjall. What did they want?
They're
Hindersfjall?
looking for Ciri.
But why?
Elder blood flows in Ciri's veins.
Tis true, she can trace her lineage clear back to
Che alto
Lara
Margit io l'ho
which is
battuto
why
al
the
primo
women in her
tentativo
family have always
facilmente.
had
È
extraordinary
stato
abilities.
molto debole come boss, a mio
But could
parere.
that truly be so important?
Ciri's exceptional. She travels between places here and other worlds. Space is no obstacle for her.
Huh?
Which is why the Wild Hunt wants to capture her. Speaking of the hunt, mentioned it appeared on Hindersfjall.
Well, it happened at least a fortnight after the cataclysm struck here on Ardskellig. The raids raided Lofoten at dusk in a blizzard.
Lofoten.
Itself a strange occurrence for that time of year. The islanders said the wraiths. They barged into their huts, killed anyone who resisted,
Ah,
then
Lofoten.
galloped inland, laughing fiendishly.
Anyone survive?
A dozen or so women and an old man.
Next stop, Hindersfjall.
I'll meet you on the beach near Lofoten.
Per chi non sapesse, Lofoten credo che siano delle isole. Grazie, mi stavo già sedendo bene. Grazie mille. Per chi non lo sapesse, le Lofoten sono delle isole, se non sbaglio, in Norvegia o in Svezia. Insomma, nel mare del nord. On brand.
Wait, can't we go together? Right now?
But you detest being teleported.
Don't exactly like potions either, but I drink them when I have to.
Andiamo.
You also drink them when there's no need at all. Very well. Let's go. Stay close to me.
Fortnite, Fillo, cosa
Good
c'entra
luck to you.
Fortnite?
Inform me once you've learned anything new.
Quite a few years since I was last on Hindisfjall, but if I remember correctly, Lofton should be this way.
Praticamente di solito quando si gioca a giochi di ruolo, peggiora la scena serve per mettere dei malus ai giocatori.
Gathering of some kind. We've come at a bad time.
There's no good time to talk about the Wild Hunt.
No, 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 la scena di Hobbs.
And me living and unborn. Perhaps it were written in the stars.
Tienitelo perché la prossima settimana faccio io il Dungeon Master. Martedì. Porto Dune.
Ritual of some kind. We'll have to wait.
We'll do no such thing. Dear sisters, pardon the interruption, but we've an important matter to discuss.
Can you not see we're commemorating the dead? So?
And we're looking for someone who's still alive. Please, this is urgent. Then speak.
They say the Wild Hunt destroyed this village.
That is true, though few believe us. You don't either, I'm sure. Did you see riders on skeletal horses, wearing frost-covered armor?
Aye, that's how it was. They landed on our shores in a ship made of the claws of dead men, like in the ballads. Leif yelled to grab the
Sconsiglio
children.
vivamente di farlo comunque, perché sono specificatamente per vampiri di Masquerade. La campagna di della domenica.
You were to ask about someone, not prod their wounds. That's enough.
What happened then?
Sono stati creati per quelli.
Go on.
I ran out to get help, to get Leif. But so many bodies. Yole, Ingvar, little Necky.
Which way did the riders go?
Towards the sea, through the ravine, on horses made of bones. Bones and ice and...
Enough! Get to the point. Now.
We're looking for a young woman, name of Ciri. Ashen hair, green eyes.
I'm sorry. She is not here.
Unless she lies in a grave. That is, I do not recall one by that name. But I've buried so many, I may have forgotten. This Ciri, has she a scar here on her cheek?
Yes, what happened to her?
Don't know. Saw her but for a moment, right before it all. She was in the stables, with Craven. 1,000 curses upon him.
Remember anything else? Anything at all?
Only that she seemed tired. Very tired. And her hair was wet.
Great. So we know she bathed. Progress.
I'm sorry,
Craven.
My apologies. Craven. Craven could have told you more.
This Craven you mentioned, does he have a name?
He did. Until the elders struck him from the saga of ancestors.
It's as if he has ceased to exist. The lore forbids anyone from touching him, speaking to him, even uttering his name.
Madonna.
What did he do to deserve that?
He fled from the Wild Hunt. He alone.
We need to talk to him, even if it's not in keeping with your customs.
You've come too late. He went to the garden to fight Morkvag.
A coward who willingly seeks battle? Am I the only one who sees the contradiction?
That's why he did it. Craven knew he would prove the elders wrong only if he killed Morkvarg.
And thus regain his honor and his name.
Trial by ordeal. Very Skelligan.
I do not mock your laws. Please also respect ours.
Touché.
Morkvarg. What's that?
Who, you mean?
The vilest man ever to inhabit Skellige. Nothing was ever sacred to him. He attacked his own clan's lands, took gold from Nilfgaard, killed children, pregnant women.
Know the type.
They said he feared only one thing, the wrath of the gods. Morkvarg sought to prove how wrong they were, so he sailed to Hindisfjall to ransack the goddess's garden. This was over a decade ago.
Archpriestess Ulva stood in his way. He thrust a blade between her ribs and cast her down in the mud. As her lifeblood left her, she cursed him, and Morkvarg transformed into a beast.
A curse? A monster? You've got some work to do.
I can get rid of Morkvarg. Don't know what he's turned into, but a silver sword should do the trick.
It's not that simple. There have been those who have bested Morkvarg, yet he always returns.
Questa è molto figa, me la ricordo questa missione secondaria.
So, it's a complex curse, meaning I need more information.
I understand, but I've told you all I know.
Speak with Toradar's son, Einar. He was in the garden when Morkvarg and his men attacked. He saw what happened. Of all the pilgrims there at the time, he alone escaped with his life. He settled in Larvik. You'll find him there at the landing, provided he's not out to sea when you arrive.
Dov'è il giardino?
Where is this holy garden?
Not far from here. North. We cultivated healing herbs there once.
And now?
Now we walk only as far as the tree the goddess planted. We place our offerings and make our pleas before it.
Those who venture below remain in the garden forever.
Grazie dell'aiuto.
Thanks for your help.
I understand you intend to enter the garden. I dislike it when foreigners enter the sacred grounds, but so be it.
Custom demands pilgrims make an offering of their own blood before the tree. Craven surely did so. Unless he lacked not only courage, but respect for Freyr as well.
You needn't worry about us. Geralt and I always give the gods the respect they are due.
Sarcasmo. Comunque sì. Questa missione è estremamente strana. È molto figa, però è veramente strana.
Worried this trail might have gone cold.
Even if Craven's dead, we'll manage.
How exactly?
You'll see when the time comes.
You could stand to be nicer sometimes.
I suppose. But then I wouldn't be the woman you fell in love with, would I?
Usce. Per chi non lo sapesse, dovremmo fare qualcosa di abbastanza illegale nel mondo di The Witcher. Sarà abbastanza inquietante anche. Di là c'è un tesoro con tana di mostro annessa. Salvo qua e andiamo a vedere. Poi è un semplice rate. È di livello alto però. Quante ore di Elden Ring hai fatto, Luca, se stai ancora guardando, chiedo. Che armatura. Che figo che sono così. Wow. Io così 5-6 ore. E oggi sono arrivato a 9 ore. No, 10 ore. E devo dire che ok, io invece sono arrivato un po' oltre. Ho sbloccato anche un livello. Cioè sono a un boss oltre come si chiama? Al boss oltre a Margit.
My. That must be Morkvarg.
A bite. Just one morsel. One piece. A crumb. Food.
Ah beh, ok, ci sta.
Food. Shite. Not again. Not again.
Ah.
He doesn't seem happy to see us.
Wait till he gets a closer look at me.
Ecco, la missione del lupo è una missione incredibile che faremo dopo.
So, where shall we start?
Let's go to that tree the sisters mentioned.
Plan to bleed yourself for the goddess?
Not necessarily, but Craven did. We just might pick up his scent.
Sono proprio figo con questa armatura. Guardate. Non si è calato del vinello potente, fidati. È più uno che si è... Ah, sì, Geralt è figo sempre, però quando è vestito con certi abiti no. Questo in particolare è figo forte, a mio parere.
Craven was here. Look, the impression. Kneeled down on one knee and cut himself to make the offering. Bloodstains, see them?
No. I may be inhumanly beautiful, but I don't have superhuman senses. Not like you.
Which is why you should stay up here. No offense, but in that undergrowth and mud, you'd be like a...
Ball and chain?
Planned to say it gentler, but yeah, that's basically what I had in mind.
Fine. We'll do as you say. If the need arises, I can cast spells from up here.
Thought you might object.
Me? Please. I can be extraordinarily conciliatory.
Yen, look me in the eye. What are you plotting?
Many things. How to seize the Temerian crown, how to sell Kaer Morhen out from under you. Go already!
Ah, Dio mio. Mi sta simpatica. Mi sta simpatica. Più o meno, cioè. Questa volta faremo la... si chiama? La romance di Yennefer questa volta. Io ho sempre fatto quella di Chris, questa volta Yennefer. Ho intenzione di divertirmi così.
Craven's blood.
F cose? È successo qualcosa di... Ah, lupi. No, INF mi dispiace, non fraintendermi. Chris vince sempre, a mio parere. Però non l'ho mai fatta appunto la romance di Yennefer, quindi andiamo di Yennefer stavolta. Più che altro io sono dell'idea che se ci fossero stati altri personaggi avrei
Markvark doesn't give up easily. Door won't budge. Craven must have blocked it, or it's just locked. Gotta go round.
Ok, si fa il giro. Scusa Ian, sei un po' in mezzo alle balle. Grazie. Non era di qua. Dovrebbe essere di qua. Non è di qua. Come cazzo si fa in giro in sto cazzo di posto? Porca vacca. Ah, qui. Ok. Come si esce da questo posto di merda? Torreggi. Qua. Non era di qua invece, guarda un po'. Ah, forse è qui. Si gastano i pizzi dei miei coglioni, lo dico praticamente ogni volta che gioco a un gioco, porca vacca, non capisco mai dove devo andare. Ma in questo caso potrei essere io il problema, più che altro. Oddio.
Lots of prints, old and new. His lair must be nearby. Can't cross that. Gotta go down, provided I can open the sluice. Mechanism looks pretty standard. One lever to choose the sluice gate, the other to work it.
Ok. Non credo di aver capito come funziona. Oh.
The floodgates open, but nothing's happening.
Sì, non so cosa devo fare più che altro.
The floodgates open, but nothing's happening.
Mio Dio, come si fa questa parte? Andiamo a vedere cosa c'è di là. Ok, è un'uscita, non serve a niente. Dove sono? Ok, manca... tra poco stacco. Per il semplice fatto che...
The floodgates open, but nothing's happening.
Ah. Come ho fatto? Non ho capito, però va bene, sono felice che sia andata come... è andata bene. Fare vigliacco.
Craven's blood.
Ok, direi che...
Roots. Right under Yen.
Hey, can you hear me?
Geralt! You scared me.
Sorry, didn't mean to.
I hope not. Let me know once you find Craven.
Cosa cazzo? Quanto? Ecco, Fede, ti lamentavi tanto che non si vede un Cristo di niente. Bene, questa cosa è anche peggio. Oh, eccolo.
Damn. Dead. Has been for a while.
Yen, found him.
And?
And I've seen rot fiends in better condition than this.
Shit. Fine, scrape together what you can and haul the bits up here.
Take it you've got a plan?
No, I just like to stare at rotting flesh. We'll talk when you get here, all right?
That's Yen. Charming as ever. Come on, someone wants to meet you.
Putrefaction set in. But the vocal cords are intact. We might still get something out of him.
Come?
Doesn't look like the talkative type.
Anyone can be made to talk. Even a corpse. One must simply know how.
Thought necromancy was strictly forbidden.
So is premarital sex. But I'm not about to be bothered by such foolishness.
Già. In teoria non...
Black magic's no joke. Casting those spells never ends well. Never.
I don't like it any more than you do, believe me. But the thought that Ciri is in danger? I like that even less.
I understand. Still doesn't give us the right to...
Geralt, please. This is not the time to debate ethics.
Non solo credo che lo sappia un po' di più di
Need any
quello.
ingredients for the spell?
The blood of a newborn, a virgin's tongue, and the eye of a newt.
Mind trying again without the sarcasm?
I don't need a thing. I'm a sorceress, not a village herbalist. All I need is energy. A great deal of energy. We're very lucky this place is saturated with magic.
È anche un posto sacro.
It's also considered sacred. Priestesses will be furious if you use the garden's power to revive a corpse.
Geralt, you're getting on my nerves. I offer you solutions, you try to poke holes in them.
I'm not poking holes, just thinking about the consequences. How about you? Given them any thought?
No. Geralt, I'll say it again. We're short on time. Ciri is short on time.
Vabbè.
Fine. You busy yourself pouting. I'll handle the rest.
Si è morso.
Selene, Selene, Defrain! Selene, Selene, Davidar!
È un falso invalido. Ah. Non sembra bello questo.
Are you craving Cofferton?
No, I have a name. I am scared.
You died in battle. You've recovered.
Geralt, this is not the time to cheer up a corpse. A young woman, Ashen hair, green eyes. What happened to her?
She's wise. They cursed me.
I don't care about that. What happened to her? What was she doing here? Speak!
No!
Speak! Speak!
She fell almost drowned.
Oddio, no! Un altro flashback. Ah, i miei occhi. Ah! Mago elfico.
Mister, help me. Help us both. Ciri. Zirel. Can you hear me?
I can.
I must leave you now. We will meet beneath drowned dead rock. Can you remember?
Che nome incredibile.
Repeat it.
Drowned dead rock.
You're awake. And I thought you'd...
Where am I? And who are you?
It's all right. You're on Hindersfjall, village of Lofoten. They call me Skjal.
But how'd I... What?
We fished you out of the sea. Me and that friend of yours.
And where is he? My friend.
Stepped out a while ago. Said he needed to find a boat. Why does he wear that mask? Something not right with his mug?
No. He simply doesn't like others to see it. How long did I lie there?
All day nearabouts. 'Twas morn when we brought you in. Night's near come now.
Damn. Too long.
You needed the rest. Desperately. Been through a lot, eh? Got some nasty, fresh-looking scars.
Yes. I've been through a lot.
Non facciamoci
I never
domande.
thought women on the continent did any fighting.
Sometimes they have no choice. Help me stand.
I don't think you should...
Less talk, more giving me a hand.
Ah, that's me brother for you. Out of sight for a second, and he's already put his paws on a girl.
Astrid, you're as dim as dishwater. You know perfectly well I'm helping her up.
It's a shame, I know, but I've got to interrupt your courtship. Come, we're off to the sauna.
Where?
Why's your mouth agape like you're noodling for an eel? The sauna. Girl, you was blue as a whale when we brought you in here. Your blood needs thawing.
Really, there's no need. I feel fine now.
Hey! Fine? You can't stand on your own 2 feet.
Vogliono dei salassi. Eh sì.
And it's no surprise with your muscles frozen stiff. But don't you worry. Mom and I will take care of you.
Finiamo sto dialogo e poi salviamo e stacchiamo.
Shan't force you to stay. But the rock's a ways off and you can barely walk. You best take a horse.
True. Skjal can prepare a horse for you. You'll have to wait a spell, but even so, you'll get there faster than on foot.
Fine, that'll do. Thank you both very much.
Pish posh, there's no need. Now come, we gotta sweat the sick out of you.
Where are my clothes? I've taken them already. Come on.
Ma... Ok.
That man in the mask. He's from afar, isn't he?
Oh, yes. From very far away.
Where exactly?
Aren't you nosy?
Surprised? Been sitting in this fish puddle me whole life. I'd love to travel like you.
Like me? No, you wouldn't like that. Trust me.
Ok. Per stasera facciamo basta. E The Witcher lo continuiamo la prossima settimana. Allora, appuntamenti della settimana. Domani sera io vado avanti in Morrowind. Tra l'altro sarà molto semplice andare avanti per il semplice fatto che so già cosa bisogna fare. Quindi non dovrei perdere molto tempo. E poi devo fare il mega lore dump domani, sarà divertente potermi impazzire dietro questa roba. E poi, da quel che ho capito, Red probabilmente porterà ancora Elden Ring nei prossimi giorni. Non ha detto quando. Ha detto che lo porterà probabilmente. Oh, purtroppo, Fillo. Pensavo la prossima settimana di invertire i due giochi, infatti. Pensavo di fare mercoledì Morrowind e giovedì The Witcher, però si vedrà. Poi, venerdì non so. Tu porti Half-Life, Fillo? Chiedo perché non mi ricordo purtroppo gli annunci a settimana. E in teoria questa domenica, Onore dell'Ombra, la campagna di vampiri. E poi, martedì prossimo, iniziamo finalmente Dune. Con... Ok, Fillo non porta Half-Life Alyx venerdì, va bene. Prossima settimana, comunque, sì, Dune, masterata da me, con giocatori Salo, Fede e Fillo. In teoria doveva esserci anche la Viola, ma purtroppo, appunto, non siamo riusciti, non riesce, però noi facciamo, e quindi sì. E poi la prossima settimana continua come solito, cioè mercoledì o giovedì The Witcher, giovedì o mercoledì Morrowind. E così via. E quindi sì. Rimanete con noi che adesso andiamo a fare un ride. Direi a... Io direi di Endaglie Official. I... Deve aver scritto bene. Ho scritto bene, so ancora scrivere, perfetto. E comunque sì, rimanete con noi, date un saluto a ai ragazzi di Endaglie e credo che non ci sia nient'altro da dire, se non buonanotte a tutti e a domani sera con Morrowind. Buonanotte.